Hi there, welcome to Floating in Dreams. Today we're going to be talking about the new Heart Affair limited edition collection by Catrice. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. This video is going to be an overview of some new Catrice products. These are limited edition for Valentine's Day this year. It's their Heart Affair collection. And I got these things to try because they reminded me a lot of K-Beauty. And we all know I like a bit of K-Beauty here on the channel. So let me test these out on my face in a first impression. And I'll be inserting some close-up pictures and swatches as we go along as well. In case you're new here and you've never been to this channel before, then hi, let me introduce myself. My name is Maaike. I live in the Netherlands. I have fair skin with a cool to neutral undertone, and this greatly influences how I feel about makeup. I love trying eyeshadow palettes, Essence and Catrice stuff, and getting the use out of my makeup, and I've been in the game for more than a decade, so I hope you'd like to stick around and watch some more of my videos. So if you're thinking my face is looking a little bit bare, that's because this new Catrice limited edition collection that's out for Valentine's Day is mainly cheeks and lips. So that's why I'm not wearing any highlighter, any blush, or any lipsticks, because those are the products we will be trying out together. But before we get into the products though, I have to tell you a little bit about why I'm doing this video today, because I got these products as part of an order for another video that I actually wanted to go live today, but I haven't been able to buy all the bits yet. And that is the new Essence release. So in case you're unaware, Catrice and Essence are owned by the same mother company called Cosnova. And what they do is that they update the lines every 6 months. And I always keep an eye out for these things and film a first impression video. And I had intended this video today to be the new Essence first impression for spring summer 2024. Not all the products are out yet. Because this is another thing that they tend to do, is that when these new collections come out, they don't always release everything in one go. So I now have one order in, which is about half of the stuff I wanted to show you. I just placed myself an order that should come in when you're watching this video tomorrow, with some of the other bits that I wanted to try. But there are two products that I know are coming out that I haven't been able to find in stock online anywhere. And even when I checked the German Essence website to see where they might be available, even in stores in Germany, this product is only available in like 10 drugstores in Berlin. So I'm thinking they're sort of like doing this like pre-release thing that they sometimes do before we get the full collection. So I'm still holding out. So let me know in a comment down below. Do you want me to wait for the two new products that I just haven't been able to find anywhere for me to get my hands on? Or do you want me to film once that package gets in and I can have that video up, I don't know, maybe within a week or so from this video going live? So let me know what you want to do. I personally love it best if I have as much of an overview as possible. So I would rather wait a week and then have all the products then to do that video really quickly. But that's me. So let me know in a comment down below what you want me to do. It's time to get stuck in to this Catrice limited edition collection, because hear me out. As I mentioned in the intro, this and this, and even the lip products, they are giving K-Beauty vibes to me anyways. So what we have is we have a powder highlighter, which is really cute and heart-shaped and whatever. Every brand on the planet for Valentine's Day does heart-shaped things. That's not that revolutionary. But even like the products inside really reminded me of what I've seen K-Beauty brands do. So I was just like, Catrice, you might be onto something. And the product that really made me think, like, had this K-Beauty vibe are the two blushes from the collection. Comes in 2 shades, and it's one of these stamp things. So you just have the product here, and then you have the stamp. So I will be trying those out. I've got 2 cheeks, so I can do one color on each cheek. And then we just have 3 bullet lipsticks and 3 liquid lipsticks. And these I have high hopes for, that they are a little bit of those, like, you know, moussey lip stains that K-Beauty brands do. Like, that's the way they looked in my brain. So that's why I was like, I want to try these. And this way I have a great video, I think, in place of the not yet existent Essence collection that's still dropping as we speak. So yeah, let me go in with this highlighter first. This is the Heart Affair highlighter in Stole My Heart. And as I, like, apart from the cute black packaging, I already swatched it. And this is beautiful. It is a really beautiful highlighter. So I'm really glad I now have this. Is it super special? Maybe not. Like, it's not revolutionary. It's not like a shade I don't own yet. It's like this yellowy gold. It's giving NARS Fort de France, but with a cooler undertone. That's what it reminds me of. And NARS Fort de France is one of my favorite highlighters. One of my favorite highlighters to use in, like, the winter season when there's, like, a lot more low light going on. With like candlelight and stuff, it looks really, really pretty on the skin. So let me put it on because I haven't put anything here on my face yet. This package came in like yesterday. So I took the pictures, sat down to film this video. And that's what you're dealing with today. And my skin is not living its best life. I worked out this morning, so my skin is a little like dry from it. Okay. So here's the highlight. It's definitely giving highlighter. Like this reads, what was that Ofra highlighter called that everybody loved? Like it's very sort of thicker and heavier than what I would normally go for perhaps. But we all know for 2024, everybody is done with the clean girl look. I personally love a clean girl look. But it's apparently like 2014, 2016 makeup is back. And this nicely fits that trend, I think. So this is giving, like, you can apply it a little bit more subtly like I've done over here. I feel I've gotten a little bit of a better for me application and I've applied a little less. But she's shining. Like, this is a very glowy highlighter. And when I swatched it on the back of my hand, I could see some actual, like, particles, like little sparkly bits. Not glitter per se, but just... You know, the mica was really accentuated when I swatched it on the back of my hand, but I don't see this like sparkliness, like I don't look like a disco ball. It's still just glow, but it's very much giving like 2016 Becca. If you know, you know, if you were around, you'll remember this kind of highlighter that's a little bit thicker. It's still a very creamy feeling powder. It's very blendable as well. I mean, I'm definitely not mad about it. Like, if you like a little bit more of a glow, I'm like, hello. And if you do it a little bit more subtly, I feel you get a little less of a base and it blends in with the skin just a little bit better. I went a little heavy-handed on this side. Can I blend it out with my foundation brush? Can I do that? Just to blend it in a little bit better. Just to be fair to the product as well, you know? Because sometimes if you apply too much, that could actually just skew your opinion of a product, yeah? And I'm a little bits at a time kind of person. So now it's time for blush, and I wanted to make sure that I could show you in this video how the stamp works. So when I took the close-up pictures, I just swatched it on the back of my hand. There was no staining, so I was able to wipe them off quite easily, but I did notice that these dry really quickly. So the way I think I want to do this, because what I've seen them do on Instagram is just take the stamp, dab it into the product, just dab it in, and dabbing a heart onto their face and then blending it out. So I think I want to use my fingers for the blending process, just to be fair, and then applying it with this because that's how it's intended. So let me see how this goes with the little sponge heart thing. Like you need to like twist it in there. Like it's got this like, ooh, oh wow. There's like a lot of product on there. I had not expected. Ooh, look at that. I really squeezed a little too hard there, I think. Ooh, that didn't happen when I went in with my finger. When I went in with my finger, it was very gentle and like cushiony, so I wasn't expecting to get this much product onto this stamp. So let me... Ooh, we've got a little heart stamp. Oh, she's pretty. But now I think I need to work pretty quickly to get this to blend, because of course you want this to blend into the skin. Oh, this is a lot of product. Maybe a little bit too much for me. It's a lot, and it's drying down really, really fast, as I mentioned. Ooh, it's smudging everywhere. Maybe if I go in, because I've got it under my eye, hopefully. Maybe blending it out with my foundation brush. I mean, I like the color. The color is really pretty. I do like that. But this is like oozing everywhere now. Let me grab a tissue. This shade is darker. So now I'm super nervous for this because this is already super intense and way more blush than I would normally use. So I've grabbed my Zoeva Face Shape brush because I think this is like a nice buffer to try and blend this out along the edges, because with just my fingers, I was just spreading it around and it wasn't really blending. So let me see if this works better. And I need to go lighter on this for sure, because this is much darker. So I'm not gonna do as hard of a press. I'm just gonna press it down like that. We've got a little less product. We've got it there. And now I'm just gonna blend it out as best as I can, because I still want most of the product to be here. I don't want there to be too much here. Like, you need to blend for your life in order to get rid of that heart shape, because I don't want to be stuck with a heart shape on my face for sure. I've never used any of these products, so I'm going too far down. I think I like this color better on me, even though it's deeper. I think this side works better for me shade-wise. Like, this is a bit more warm tone pink, and this is like a cooler tone, like brighter, almost like plummy cool tone pink. These are super intense. Oh, like this, I know that Catrice is not known to be like the brand for people with deep skin, but I think they've come out with a product that will show up even if you have dark skin, because on my fair skin, this is just a little too much blush. I just went in with a very light touch, and this is the result. It's not moving my foundation though, which I do enjoy. So there's that. It's intense. It's a good thing I'm wearing quite a neutral eye look, because this is quite full on for me. I need more foundation. Okay, so the blush situation is a little bit better now, a little bit more natural looking, but let's just say I'm very glad I don't have to go anywhere else today. That I'm just doing this makeup and then I'm gonna be like lounging and watching Netflix, because this is intense. Like, it's a lot of blush. Can I make it work? For sure, it looks pretty on. I do like this shade better on me than I do this. Like, this has the warmth that I like more so in like the summertime. It's more like a corally rosy pink. And this side is like the more like wintertime, almost like plum leaning pink. It's just very intense. So if you have deep skin, I think this shade can look really nice on you. The bullet lipsticks first. So these are a new formula for Catrice, because they are called the full shine lipsticks, which I don't think they've done before. And I have noticed Catrice do this sometimes, where they will release something as a limited edition first, and then it's almost like a test to see how well the product will do and what the feedback is like. And then we get the product as like a full lipstick range in another biannual update. So there's definitely that. I do feel that Catrice kind of does that. I have 3 shades. And then we have the first shade is this bright fuchsia here in the middle, which is Hearts On. And then number 2 is this rosy nude, which is In a Heartbeat. And then number 3 is Heartbreaker, and it's a red. And these look really shiny and really creamy in the swatch. So that's why I'm super stoked to be trying these. So here we have Hearts On, and it's a really stunning bright pink. I really like it. I'm a little bit nervous for this formula though, because it's very, very rich and creamy. So this could slide everywhere if you were trying to eat. With Catrice, I find that they can do really, really good formulas that are pretty long lasting, especially for the price point. Like, these are under €5, so I'm not gonna fault these for like their wear time necessarily. Like, if I pay more for a lipstick, I need it to last. But this is fun. It's got a little bit of shine. It's very rich and creamy. Feels super comfortable on the lips, but you still get a really good one swipe application with the color going on. I would definitely wear this in my day-to-day life. Like, with a neutral eye like this and a gray sweater, I like adding this like bright pop of something on the lips. It's why I'm wearing the sweater today, and I've gone for a very neutral look so that also hopefully these lipsticks can really like do their best, like shine, really have their moment, you could say. Shade number 2. So when I swatched this one, I felt it look a lot more peachy coral than when I now put it on my lips. There's definitely a lot of pink to this one. So it looked more neutrally beige, I felt, in a swatch, especially compared to the other two brighter colors. But now it's on my lips, I do feel that the pink really has its moment to shine. It is a warm pink though, so it's not going to be like cool tone enough for most people. And I personally feel that with a more neutral eye and a boring gray sweater, it's not giving me enough oomph to the rest of my features to really make it stand out. Like, my eyes look a lot darker. I've got my hair tied back, so my hair is not really in play today. But I do feel that it can just not look the best if a lip is too light on me, if I also wear a light sweater, because my skin is so incredibly light. In terms of like the shade of blush it goes with, I feel it goes better with this side of my face than this side. Like, this is a bit too much of a clash, but this is pretty much the lipstick version of this first blush shade that I put on, which is very pretty. It makes for a very nice combo, but I would wear this more so if I wore something that washed me out a little bit more. You know what I feel? Like, this is not going to be my everyday lipstick. I will not be able to make this work on the daily. We have one more bullet lipstick to try, so let me pop it on. It seems like a classic red. And here's what that shade looks like. I almost feel it's not fair for me to be trying red lipsticks for you guys, because I can pretty much pull on any red I put on. I feel it's one of my favorite shades to wear for a reason, and I'm definitely having a red lipstick moment at the minute. So something like this, even though it's not super unique in my personal makeup collection at all, I would definitely get down with it. It has the same lovely formula as the other two I've just tried on, this really rich and creamy thing, which with a red, it makes me much more nervous, because if this slides around or if it bleeds anywhere, it's not going to be a great look. So for me personally, I'm not sure the formula and the shade together is going to be like making it my favorite one ever, but I love this shade. It's a really, really nice red, and I feel that this red again has that hint of pink to it. So it's almost like a strawberry kind of red, which is actually a red lipstick shade that not a lot of brands do. A lot of them do blue tone reds, a lot of them do orange toned reds, but to have something that has that slightly cooler undertone, but that still looks very fresh without it looking super blue, I think this is very, very pretty. This, for like the spring summer season, is excellent, because these kind of reds go really, really well if you like wearing like pastel shades. Then a red like this is super pretty. And that brings me to the final product I need to show you, and it's their matte liquid lipstick. That's how they're marketed, but I feel that they swatch a little bit more like some of like the Blur Fudge velvet sort of lip stains that I've tried from K-beauty brands. Of course, I have no idea what these are going to smell, what they are going to feel like on the lips. I have already smelled them. They have a very strong Sour Patch Candy kind of scent to it. So if you don't like that kind of vibe, then you may want to stay away from it. We have shade 1 here, which is Single, which is like a rosy, nudie kind of shade. Then shade 2 is Married. And shade number 3 is Taken. So especially the final two ones are the ones I'm super interested in. This seems to be a little bit darker, a little bit purpley leaning, and then we just have this almost like neon pink, which didn't look great in the swatch, but you just have to give it to Catrice. because these tubes are actually heart-shaped. Yes, we have heart-shaped tubes lipsticks. I don't think I've ever owned any of those. Like I said, doing things in heart-shaped packaging is not new for brands by any means, but I think it's cute. So props to Catrice for doing a heart-shaped component here as well, not just the highlighter. So let me try number 1. This is, like I said, just their matte liquid lipstick, which I've tried in the past and I didn't love, so we'll see. Yes, Sour Patch Kids, that's what I'm reminded of with this. Let me see what the shade looks like. Okay, first impression, I don't love this shade. This shade is too coral for it to really look nice on me. I thought this was going to be like the liquefied version of that peachy tone that we also got in the bullet lipsticks, but where that one pulled more pink on me, I'm getting more orange with this. So it still is that same vibe as the blush I applied on this side of my face. So I feel this goes. It definitely ties the look together quite well. But this is not my best shade. It just isn't. It's not great from that perspective. But formula-wise, I'm pretty impressed. This glides on super easily. It feels very thin and mousse-like, like some of those lip stains that I have from K-beauty brands. The test, of course, is going to be, does this stain? And from having swatched them, I don't think it will, because I did swatch them on my forearm here, and at the time, no residue was left, but it could be because this is the lighter shade, it's not going to show up. So I've got a tissue here. So with just a tissue, like, there's stuff coming off, but I think that as this wears down, it can be really pretty, but the real test is if we go in with a makeup wipe. Like, there's a little bit of a stain left, but nothing too much. So before anyone comes for me and says, but you should have left it on longer, I didn't have enough time. With a K-beauty lip stain, it literally takes 5 seconds and you can no longer remove it. So I've given these a fair enough amount of time for the product I'm comparing them to on my head. Number 2 is this like deeper, like plummy berry kind of shade, which I think is going to be one of my favorites. It's essentially that blush color that I applied to this side of my face, but in a lipstick format. So let's see what this looks like on. I love this. And this is quite unique in my collection, not necessarily for the shade, but it's almost like if Lisa Eldridge's New Wave got a deeper sister. So I like this on me because it has that purpley undertone. It goes with this blush beautifully, I find. But it adds that pop of color. But unlike the fuchsia lipstick I just wore, it's not too bright. There's still something muted about it. It's like a muted bright shade. And I love a muted bright shade in the wintertime. Like these like berry shades on my skin tone in the wintertime. It's just one of the best things ever, especially with a neutral look. Again, with a boring gray sweater as I'm wearing today, I really feel it makes my face look alive and there and present and happening. And I just really feel it complements my overall vibe really, really well. So that's why this one is definitely a success. And again, same lovely formula. It just glides on. It's incredibly well pigmented, but it doesn't feel heavy, nor doesn't feel like all the life is sucked out of your lips as well. That might be the reason why these aren't too staining or why they can be wiped off quite easily. So yes, they are a matte liquid lipstick, but I'm having a brainwave at the minute. These kind of remind me of the Lisa Eldridge Velveteens, which are also liquid lipstick, but not the kind that feels drying or is going to be so long lasting. You know those classic 2016 super drying liquid lipsticks? It's not like that. And these also aren't like it. These feel like the Lisa Eldridge Velveteens. They just do. It's that same rich formula. Yes, they're matte, but not flat. My lips don't look overly like crepey or accident. Like with some liquid lipsticks, like your lips can look so dry that you can see every single line. Doesn't happen here either. And because of the formula, I think these can be really pretty. Oh, maybe I can try it with the last one. We'll try that with the last one. I'll take a fluffy brush and we'll do like just like the little bit in the middle that you see a lot with K-beauty brands a lot, where they've just applied a little bit of lipstick in the middle of the lip and then they apply a gloss on top. I think I want to do that for the last bit here because I have one more to test out for you. But I think it will be really pretty for this like blurred sort of vibe. I do think you can create that look. So let me test out my little theory. I'm going to be applying shade 3. Now this was the one that was weakest in the swatch. So if this goes wrong, I'll just dab it all over my lips anyways. But just dab a little in the center of the lip. I don't even need a brush with these. I can just like tap it in with my finger. It's this very sort of blurred look. I hope you can see this. And then I'll just pop my Catrice tinted lip oil in the darker pink shade on top because I think it will go best. So I was afraid that if I were to put this on top, that it would mess up and it would slide everywhere for the color underneath it, but the color actually stayed. So I do like this. And then you just have this like little bit of something brighter pop in the middle. So they can definitely be used like you can use these like blurry lip tints that you can find in K-beauty brands where you can like dab them in and you can have this like blurred feathery effect if that's what you want to go for. These are great for creating ombre lips as well, like these two shades together. Shall we just do that? Because I still have space to like take things off on my little, like, we'll try it. Let's see if we can do these two together. I think this has to be my favorite shade though. Like of the 3 shades in the liquefied lipsticks, I think this one is my favorite. And then I'm just gonna take off a little bit from the center of my lip. Make sure that's dry. And then I'm going to apply this bright pink in the middle. I think the bright pink may not be bright enough for the full effect, but I think you can catch my drift. Like, they can be blended together, I think. Maybe this lighter nude shade would have worked a little bit better for the blend, but I like this look. I really, really do. I'm liking these liquefied lipsticks a lot more than I had expected. The blushes are a little bit too blushy for me. The highlight is very intense as well. But I definitely think if I can get this shade to not, like, I really need to tone it down in order to be able to wear it. And I'm also very curious how crusty these stamps are going to be after a while, because like the product is on there and you need to press it in here. So I'm very curious to see how that's going to go over time, because I think I'm just going to go and use the product that's in the cushion and just like pick it up like that rather than with the little stamp. I think that's safer for me personally. These new bullet lipsticks seem to be a really lovely formula. I definitely liked the brighter fuchsia from this one the best, but I feel like the stars of the show, from the packaging to the formula to Catrice really outdoing themselves and doing something new, is in these liquefied lipsticks, because that's how they feel to me. This is not your traditional drying, awful liquid lipstick. That's what I thought these might be when I saw that they were labeled as matte liquid lipsticks, because like I mentioned, I haven't had great experiences with Catrice's liquid lipsticks in the past, but this looks really pretty. I think these look really nice. You can blur them out and wear them in a more feathery way. You can wear them by themselves. You can blend them together. Yeah, I just think Catrice did a really good job here. I really, really think they did. And for a matte, like I said, it's not flat. It still has dimension, and there's definitely a little bit of shine there. So these are the kind of mattes that I personally like. So yeah, let me know in a comment down below which of these products stands out to you. I would love to know. I will come back on here with those new Essence products as soon as I am able. Just know I'm still waiting for those liquid blushes and highlighters to come out. So maybe someone can give me a tip on where I can buy them or whatever. That way I can get that video out to you as soon as I can. But in the meantime, I do have something else that's super exciting that is coming as of tomorrow, because almost every single day this week you're going to get a video where I go over my entire makeup collection. We'll do foundation, concealer, blush, bronzer, highlighter, and lipsticks, including all of the swatches. So I hope you're here for it, and that you can just have a really nice nosy look into all of the makeup that's currently in my collection, because I like to do that as part of like a little preparation before I sit down to film declutter, so that I have a really good grasp of what's in my collection, if there's anything that's too much the same, and I just take you along for the ride. So that's gonna happen starting tomorrow. For now, thumbs up this video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more by me. I make several videos every single week on here. Next week, a little bit more than I normally do, because usually I do 4. And I have a second channel as well, so and a blog, so you can follow me on lots of different places if you'd like to. So thank you so very much for being here, and then I hope to see you in my next one. Bye-bye!